This week on Canada in the Rough, Paul Beasley is hunting in Southern Alberta with good friend and president of Ridgetec Cameras, Chase Wendorff. They're spotted stalking big mule deer in the Coulees of Alberta. This week on Canada in the Rough.
Well, you know, this is one of those I can't believe it's finally here moments for me. All my life I've wanted to hunt mule deer. I love watching that types of footage. They're a species I've always wanted to hunt, and I've never had the opportunity. As an Ontario resident, there just aren't that many great opportunities. So with the help of good friends, we've been applying in the Alberta draw. 7 years we've been applying for this tag, and this year we finally drew, and it's all thanks to the Wendorffs. You may recall Chase and Naomi and Rod that you've all seen on camera with us before. They've been very gracious to allow us to hunt with them for elk and also for moose in the past, and they've been very generous to invite us back for yet again another week of hunting. So this week's going to be all about spending some time with good friends, hunting an animal that has been on my bucket list for a long time, and as I'm sure you're going to experience, I'm going to have some ups and downs as I figure out what it's like to hunt these great animals. So we're going to shoot the bow a little bit right now, we're going to go scouting tonight, and then by the morning we'll be hunting. Let's do it.
After shooting his bow, Paul headed out with Chase Wendorff to do some scouting. In this part of southern Alberta, the mule deer spend most of their time in the coulees. A coulee is a deep ravine that cuts through the flat prairies of the west and offers great feeding and hiding habitat for the deer. After a few hours of scouting, Paul and Chase have located a number of deer and headed back home to prep for tomorrow's hunt.
Windy morning today. It's gonna make it real tough for getting a good shot off with a bow. It'll be beautiful for stalking. This will cover our noise wonderfully, but it's gonna make it real tough. We're gonna have to get in close, or else we just won't be able to hold my bow steady and make a shot in this weather. So we'll see how it goes. All set. We just got to this little bit of a peak, and we're seeing deer there, deer there, deer there, deer there. None of them are shooters, does and little bucks, but I think we'll sit tight for a little bit and just watch, see what's going on. There's a lot of movement right now. As soon as the velvet comes off, these guys, they're practically like teenagers. They can start getting all excited, getting ramped up for the rut. It's still a while away, but they're already getting going. The testosterone levels start to increase, and they just want to fight. Boys will be boys.
With no mature bucks in sight, Paul and Chase continued their search in southern Alberta.
Still got its spots.
Yeah. Holy cow, look at that bull elk right there.
Oh my gosh. That's a 6x6. Holy. That's one of the last things I expected to see out here.
Me too. We see them from time to time, but not. I've never seen one that big right here. So.
The prairies of Southern Alberta. That's a good bull. At least I would have shot it. Wow. Ah, there we go. Not too often you get to see trail cameras in use in the wide open mule deer country, eh?
Yeah, it's been fun. We've got a bunch of different pictures on here. Some of those videos I sent you came from this camera.
Oh, okay. This is the one from the apps.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, okay. So I guess we already know what's on this.
Yeah, we sure do.
We've seen all those pictures and videos already.
Yeah.
So what's your strategy though, when it's wide open like this? Why'd you pick this spot?
I wanted to put it on time lapse. So every morning and evening I turn it on every 5 minutes to capture the whole area and then see where the deer are moving.
I gotcha, okay. Yeah, so they may not be walking right by it. I guess even if they do, it still takes their motion picture, right?
Yes.
So the motion will still trigger it, but then I see, you're seeing their movement as it goes every so often.
Yeah.
I do love that feature back home for wild turkeys because they love the middle of fields. They don't like field edges as much, and so it works great, and I never thought of it. It makes total sense out here in the wide open.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Well, I guess we know what's there, so carry on.
After a bit of a hike, Paul and Chase put their glass to work and spotted a small group of deer with a couple good-looking bucks. With over a kilometer between them, the stalk was on to get into bow range.
So we've got within, these bucks are probably 150 yards right now. The wind's perfect. They're all looking into the wind, which gives us the ability to sneak in the back door. They've got a hill right at their back, so we can use that to keep them away so they can't see us. I think it's good. Everything's good for a stalk. The wind's just really heavy for a shot, so we'll get in close and we'll see what happens. We're 50 yards, but in this wind, I just don't think 50 yards is a smart move. So I think we gotta get down. Maybe I'm gonna try for 30 if I can, maybe 40. We'll see how it goes. Don't move, don't move. We gotta go up this hill and see where they go. Oh my gosh. I don't know whether to cry or to laugh, or I don't know what to do, honestly. That was probably the most, you couldn't have placed that buck in a better position for that stalk. It gave us the perfect ability to come around this little knob here. The wind was just blowing so hard. He had no idea. And what it was, and I didn't know this at first, it was this dang buck that was right at 15 to 20 yards. We had no idea he was there. He was bedded in there and we couldn't see him. Couldn't see antlers, couldn't see nothing until he finally stood up. And he's what ultimately spooked that buck. I had no idea he was there. We got into 50 yards. 50 yards is not a hard shot. I just didn't want to take it with this wind. Otherwise, I would have totally shot him at 50. I figured, oh, we got the perfect conditions. We'll sneak into, 40 or 30. And we get busted by another buck. Oh my gosh.
The disappointment of the blown stalk made their feet feel heavier as Paul and Chase tracked on, but their mood changed suddenly when they spotted a mature buck bedded in some very thick bushes in a large coulee. It's very common for deer to bed down during the midday hours, but there's no way to know when they will get up to stretch and feed, so a plan had to be put into motion quickly.
I think that's a pretty good buck, eh?
Yeah, it is nice. It's got kind of a kicker on its right or left side there.
From what we're seeing, he looks like he should be mature. It's just all you can see is rack right now, so I think we need a better look. I think I want to move in.
Yeah, I might go around to the left.
Okay.
See if you can sneak up over top.
Kind of up along that, the change in the grass line there.
Yeah, and then I'll sit up here on the edge.
Okay.
And keep a line on him.
Okay. All right, I think it's worth a try. I'm gonna back off this way, and I'll just go around here. We won't be far.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my pack. So this buck is right here, like 100 yards or less. But the foliage is so thick, there's no way we can get a shot at him from the bottom. So we've got no choice but to try to get up at least parallel with him. Even from the top, I don't think we'll be able to shoot down on him. So I think we're gonna have to go around because the wind's doing this. I think we'll have to go around and try to get parallel with him and see if we can't wait then for him to stand up. So we're close, so we gotta be careful. He was still like 80 yards and he's like 50. He doesn't know we're here. He's still looking the other way. Okay, I'm moving in. He's 45. I need to get closer. This wind's too strong. He's broadside, but I need him to look away. Okay, here we go. He turned. Come on, buddy, turn around. I'm worried he's gonna walk away from me. I gotta get a better angle on him. Turning. Here we go. And he's down right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank goodness. I love it when they pile up right in sight. What a hunt that was. Right into 32 yards. He had no idea we were there. The shot looked far back because that was the angle I had to take. It was a hard quarter away and he piled up, what did he run? 80 yards total max, maybe? Awesome, let's go have a look. Let's go, good job. Oh, look at him.
That is awesome.
Oh my goodness, Chase. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Let's have a look at this guy. He's all caught in the grass here. Oh my, look at that. What a beautiful deer. That's bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, definitely. When he's sitting there in the brush, I thought he was kind of a marginal buck.
Yeah.
And he's a beautiful, mature mule deer.
Wow, it's not often you get ground enlargement like that. And that totally did that to me.
And just perfect velvet too.
Isn't that nice? He's actually like really close to shedding. I mean, a little bit of blood softness at the top, but like you can actually feel how hard everything's calcified and mineralized right down in here. Just amazing. So the funny part is, I mean, I know you watched it all, but he was way closer to me than I thought he was. I'm thinking he's 80, 90 yards, and all of a sudden I kind of lift up a little higher and he's right there at 50, feeding directly away from me.
Yeah.
And I just worked my way around and 32 yards. Just incredible.
That's probably 50 yards from where the shot to drop. So.
You're right, that is all it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
50 yards, he's down. Oh my goodness.
That is awesome.
So the only remorse I have is that he literally dropped at the lowest point in this whole coulee. And we've got to get him up.
You're right. We should have listened to Naomi. Actually, she said to bring a
sled.
A sled.
You're right.
Yeah.
She's going to have an I told you so moment tonight. Oh, well, thank you, man. That's a dream come true. That was worth waiting 7 years for. I'll tell you. We've talked about it a lot. I know you kill these big giants all the time, and you know you're good at your craft, that's for sure. But man, oh man, is it ever fun for a guy like me to come out here and experience this totally different topography, totally different species. It's just awesome.
Yeah, congratulations again.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We'll get him tagged and we'll go get the truck.
Hey Paul, check this out.
What do you got?
So I got a new elk picture on the cellular camera.
Oh my gosh, that's happening like right now.
Yeah, so this one is up in the Rockies at a wallow.
Holy cow, and isn't this where you're heading next week?
Yeah, exactly. So we're getting some live video feed of the elk in real time here.
And how cool you can watch it right from your app. Isn't that awesome? Look at them playing in there. Oh my goodness, I love that. Well, I hope your hunt next week is as exciting as this week has been, because you know, we've had a truly incredible time here in Alberta. I've waited 7 years for this tag. It has been a long wait, but it's truly been a bucket list animal, and I'm so glad it turned out the way that it did. I'm grateful to the Wendorffs for hosting us. What great people and such great hunts and times we've had with them. You know, camaraderie is so much a big part of the hunt, but so is this as well. Mule deer ribs on the grill. I can't wait to sink my teeth into these. We got a couple more hours of smoke to go and they'll be all ready. If you ever have the chance to come to Alberta and enjoy one of these great hunts, you've got to do it. I'm your host, Paul Beasley from Canada Rough. Remember, enjoy the greatness of Canada and be proud of your hunting heritage. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this video. For more great videos and content, please subscribe to our page and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see.
And to follow our amazing adventures around Canada, please join us on Facebook and Instagram.